I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
Welcome to another episode of DMWATS Podcast. You guys know what it is. You guys know where to find us. DMWATSpodcast.com and all those services. Once again, Doge, AMC. I'm sure you guys have seen big cryptocurrency has been on the rise.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been on up there. So, but that's what we in Doge, AMC.
It's moving on up.
Moving on up. But and obviously we are part of that Sheba army. Just because we mentioned it last doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that much to us. So you guys go ahead and do that. Get on that Sheba army because we are part of that. So what do you got to say, baby?
I was just going to say, I'm going to take care of some housekeeping really quick.
Go ahead.
This week we are going to be doing a special. So 2 weeks ago, we did a special on Josh Frederick, the author.
The author.
And this week we're going to be doing a special on D Trail.
Yes.
He is an up and coming, amazing rapper, singer, songwriter from Alaska.
Yeah. And you guys got to check him out. His new single will be dropping actually
September 18th.
Yeah. Actually, it's out right now. It should be out right now. It's actually out right now.
No, it's not out right now. September 18th. It drops.
Oh, September. I thought it was August.
September 9/18.
Okay, September. Anyway.
This is 8/18.
Yeah, that's right. I'm tripping. September 18th.
So in 1 month.
Yeah.
His song drops to all platforms, Spotify, everything. You'll even be able to find him on TikTok.
It's called Apologies.
TikTok.
And shame on you if you haven't been listening to this guy. He has a couple of songs out off the Henny in the Cut.
In the Cut is
a real good club banger.
Yep,
we used to play it in the bar. So it's a really good banger. It's called In the Cut. So you got Off the Henny. Yeah, Off the Henny is a real good song if it's you and your lady. That's all I'm saying.
And so we're going to be taking care of that. We're going to interviewing him all the way from Alaska. And then also I want to say we're also going to be doing a special at some point about Afghanistan. It's on everybody's mind.
It's on everybody's mind.
And I think what people are missing, even though the media is doing better, is about getting the perspective of the veteran. And of course, I happen to have one right here.
Yeah.
So
she may know one or two.
Yeah. So it's something that's been prevalent in our house. And so we'll be doing a kind of a continuing the PTSD journey and with current affairs.
Yeah, we got actually quite a few specials coming up, not just those. And you guys be on the lookout because you know what, we are DMWATS, Monday through Thursdays is how we do it. But at the same time, we are human. We appreciate the fans. We got other things on our mind that is just in that fishbowl topic. So that's what it boils down to.
And I'm going to say this, I will be doing a special. So I want you to hear me. I have fibromyalgia. If you know anybody that has fibromyalgia, hook them up with us, dmwatspodcast.com. They can fill out a thing or, dmwatspodcast@gmail.com. I would love to sit and talk with them if they're willing to share video time with me. So I can talk about it because sometimes that does stop me from recording.
Yes.
Sometimes my body is completely swollen.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't walk, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to the stairs and I'm not inviting you guys to my bedroom. So, there's certain things that go on. We are human, but we have over 70 episodes for you guys to enjoy. So new listeners, check out our old stuff. Old listeners, I'm sure you've missed a couple.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, we pride ourselves in consistency.
Yes,
so
we do.
if there's ever a time where you guys don't see us on there, the rest assured there's a valid reason because
Absolutely.
we pride ourselves in getting on here regardless
seriously.
of what's going on.
This is our job.
Yeah.
It's our passion more than it is our job.
It is. It's our passion.
Because we look forward to this.
Absolutely. We go through the day like, man, I can't wait to record. Yep.
Can't wait.
And that's facts. So now, last but not least, you guys take a look above my head, and I know you can see it. It's the Vote for Misty sign right above my head. You guys go ahead and vote for my fabulous wife in the Fab Over 40 contest. We're gonna be flashing the link right there or here or wherever it's at right now. Make sure you guys click on that link or type it in, whatever it is you do. You guys vote for my wife Misty in the Fab Over 40 contest. She is coming up on the top 10. She's gonna be in the top 10 with you guys' support. We definitely appreciate you guys. So without further ado, it's about that time for us to get on. As you can tell by the wonderful look on Missy's face.
It's
fishbowl
topic
topic time. So
it's the fishbowl
but here's
of
the thing.
anxiety.
It's not just her face. It's when you see the look on her face, it's because it's her turn. It's not because it's the fishbowl of anxiety.
God,
it's her turn. That's what it is. It's her turn.
Hard.
Yeah, I love it. She is like, no, stop it. Stop having me do this. But here it is. We're gonna go ahead and get it.
And I'm just gonna say it because this is crazy. Because I literally just said this word right now to our good listeners 3 minutes ago.
What we got?
Current events.
Well, look.
Well, there it goes. I mean, that's
I guess
easy.
here we go. So here's the thing. So the thing, well, I will say this is that I realize that it may seem to you guys like we might bring something up and it's like, yeah, there's no way this is scripted because you guys can't see the fishbowl. Straight up, we pull this out of the fishbowl. This is literally, show them the fishbowl, baby. Go ahead, show it to them. I'm gonna look away so they.
And
know.
we used to have like wonderful. We still have them somewhere. SpongeBob.
Yeah, we used to have a little SpongeBob,
but we couldn't get our hand around SpongeBob.
Yeah, and as y'all can also see, full transparency, it's about that time to fill the fishbowl up because we're running out of topics. So
if you have a topic, DMWATSpodcast@gmail.com or DMWATSpodcast.com.
That's what it is.
Give us a topic.
We don't care. We'll talk about anything.
Spam you. Just send us a topic with your name, and we'll put your name on the fishbowl topic.
We'll put your name on it, and we will shout out your name. Put your name where you're at, and we'll throw it out there. Whatever you want us to throw out there, we'll throw out there.
This is a good one because there is so much. I mean, obviously that is what's on everybody's mind is Afghanistan, and without going into it too much, this is a topic in our house because it is something that affects you differently. This is not a partisan thing. Don't care, Republican or Democrat. Don't give a shit. Could have been an independent for all we care. That is not what the problem is. The problem lies with what our veterans feel when they see they've dedicated their life. This man dedicated his life to one mission. Which was a 20-year war. He served almost 22 years.
Yeah.
Do the math.
It's I gotta go on record and go on and say this. You know, everybody's looking at Biden and people are looking at Trump. Some are even blaming Obama for what is going on here. The fact of the matter is this, is that I will speak to both edges of that sword. One being, you know, hey, what the hell was all this for then? What was it for? Biden, everybody's gonna say, hey, Biden is the one decided to do it. Look, there's some things that you guys got to know. A drawdown and an all-out exodus is gonna take longer than a one-term president. You think Biden came in here and just said, get us out of here now? Keep in mind, one of the things Obama ran on is he's gonna get us out of Iraq and Afghanistan. You understand? It didn't happen. Doesn't mean it wasn't started. There are so many things that Trump might have said and was like, hey, I did this. There are things that Obama did or started that Trump even capitalized on or even took credit for. Some of the things being the drawdown.
Right.
But you guys got to understand a few things. You know, our son said something to us the other day that resonated immensely. A drawdown anywhere, and he's not even in the military. He's just smart and follows events.
Yeah, current events.
He just follows events and sees it and learns from the past.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you guys got to understand, and one of the things that he said that we really sat down and was like, you know, you're right. Like, hey, this is a 3 to 4 president thing. This is not something that one president has decided to do and it happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the way it works. Because think about it. Trump changed a lot of things, right? But you don't know that because you haven't seen it.
Well, and we have to remember that Trump is the one that made the treaty with
the Taliban.
He negotiated with terrorists. If you guys want to sit there and go that route,
but at the same time, let's look at a few other things. You know, Obama, there were things that Obama was doing where he was like, look, I'm trying to draw it down and get us out of there, you know, and so on and so forth. Now we're looking at it from that perspective because we have to call out that perspective to understand the other perspective of it. We got to talk about the political perspective of it. It's like from a presidential perspective, it's like our troops are over there, people are dying every day. And it's like, look, I'm not trying to be that president that continues to allow our troops to die over there. Hey, think about, okay, we got Osama under Obama. Okay, fine. But that dies down too. It's like, okay, but why are we still there? under Trump. He's
and
like,
we got
look,
Saddam under Bush.
Right. We got Saddam under Bush. Trump came in and immediately said, remove the red tape. Trump came in and said, look, I am tired of y'all having to call me up for every major airstrike. Look, y'all are generals. You are trained in war. Make it happen. The very day he did that, next thing you know, we dropping bunker busters, bombs that are literally, you got to get extreme, go all the way up to the chain to get. Now, not to make this a political thing, so let's move it away from that. Let's look at that other edge of that sword. Now let's talk about the people who it affects. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a person, you know what I mean, that, one of the veterans who was badly burned, saving people, burns all over his body. And I was reading his perspective on it. And a lot of it is, hey, he's upset that it's happening, but at the same time, he understands. No, I'm upset because, I did all of this for this country.
Sure.
And for those who are listening to us in other countries who are our allies, or even those that views us as enemies, you know what I mean? You got to feel this some type of way.
Sure.
You got to feel
you
this.
have to be able to look at you and say, but the guy did it for his country. And
right.
I understand
You're
that.
Right. Because
whether you agree with our country or
right.
not, that is a patriot.
Yeah, you're right. So
to
what
me,
about,
that's a patriot.
What about let's not get it twisted. Come on. What if Russian army or Chinese army, or I'm not army, but military, what if the Russian military, the Chinese military was serving with us over there? You don't think it would affect them too?
Of course it would.
Now think about those who were actually affected, who were with us over there, the United Kingdom, saying British, the Australians, and other ones that, that I just may not be aware of. But these are the ones that I actually physically had eyes on when I was over there. Think about the brothers and sisters in arms that they lost.
Yeah.
And how do you think they feel? I sit here, and we're not going to make this into a PTSD type episode. I will tell you this, it's a struggle. People have reached out to me to tell me that I'm here.
Yeah, they have.
They've reached out to me to tell me that, hey, I'm here because as fellow brothers and sisters, we all understand the struggle. We know what it means, to the point that our friend is doing a podcast on it right now as we are doing ours.
Check it out.
Check Joe and King, the actual King Smith. Check him out. He's doing one right now.
It'll be on YouTube, guys.
It'll be there. You guys check him out.
There's actually on a DMWATS podcast Facebook page. I shared that we were unfortunately something happened earlier. Again, we're human, and I wasn't able to pop on because I really wanted to see it, and I will watch it, King. If you're listening, I will. So
the actual King Smith, go ahead and check him out too. He's a veteran also. We served under each other. Served with each other. We were in the same. He's
a cool dude.
He was here with me. We served with each other. And here's the thing you got to understand. It hurts my heart to see Afghan people dangling off of planes. Let's talk about the truth. But it's been all over the news. So I ain't trying to sit here and be like, oh, remember this? Remember this? You guys have seen it. If you haven't, well, here's your notification of it. They're civilians hanging off planes, begging to be taken with them rather than live under the Taliban rule. And so I gotta tell you a couple of things as a veteran, because personally I feel that as a veteran, or as a person being married to a veteran, or just with a veteran or knowing a veteran, versus somebody who has nothing to do with the caregiver, as my caregiver too, versus somebody who has had nothing to do with the military versus an American who's just spitting. Yeah. There's a total difference.
Armchair quarterback.
Right. There's a total, because the average American is spitting to blame a politician.
Oh my God, that's all I hear.
The average American is spitting to blame a politician. That guy's fault.
Who gives a shit? What about my husband?
Everybody is spitting to blame a politician. Like I don't care about.
What about my new friends that I've met through the military?
It's like I don't give a shit about the politicians.
I've met because of my husband.
Yeah.
The president wasn't there. His picture was on the fucking wall.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there.
What about that picture we saw today of this Afghan child laying down on a military aircraft, and a military member took off his or her jacket. I'm not sure if it was a male or female, so I say his or her jacket, and covered them up in it.
Because that's scary. That's a child that is never. You cannot tell me that child's been in a plane. Maybe they have been, but I doubt it. Been in a plane that large under a different country's military.
You're right.
And that kid was like 8 or 9. They're old enough to know.
The thing is that we have to say,
and children feel us.
Yeah, we have to say that to our people in other countries that are listening to us, who still listen to us. Look, we can only say this is our truth. We're not saying this to offend anybody, but these are facts. You can say, well, if America wasn't everywhere, if Biden hadn't done this, if Trump hadn't, look, man, all right, enough. These are people's lives. That's the truth. Don't talk to me about my president. Don't talk to me about my previous president. Don't talk to me about, yes, Donald Trump was my president.
Yes.
That's just the truth.
He was your boss.
Yeah, he was the boss. That happened. Do I agree with everything he did? No, I don't agree with everything Obama did either. But at the same time, it ain't about none of that. True. Right now, it's about there are men, women, children, all scared out of their mind because of what is about to happen.
Yes.
The Taliban has said that, hey, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. But let me tell you something. If somebody killed your parents, killed your brother, or killed your whoever, somebody close to you and said, oh, I've changed. You're not going to believe it. Don't matter if it's been 10 or 20 years. The only thing in your head is they have killed a loved one of yours. That's what and the fact that you are willing to get yourself killed to try to leave this country tells you something.
And if you're going to still stay partisan, fine, but at least get your presidents right. If you want to go back to Obama, fine. You want to go back to Bush because of 9/11, fine. You want to go back to Clinton because that's when shit started getting threatened about 9/11, go for it.
Go for it.
Hey, what about Reagan though? Let's go back to that whole Charlie Wilson's war thing. There's a lot of facts in that. We were there fighting with the Afghan people. We were helping them. Yeah. But also something else came out of that, which was Osama. Yeah. So you guys get your freaking presidents right.
Yeah, get the facts straight.
All the facts. This country has been fighting for centuries. Please know it would not have mattered. Do I agree with how it's been done? No. But I'm more upset and concerned for my veterans that have been there and that fought for me without even knowing me, and the people whose lives have lost in doing that. And they, a lot of them that are with us still, feel like it was all for naught. And that is a scary, sad thing to find out, but it is, as you said, reminiscent of Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened. We grew up in history books of that imagery. You know, those of us that were born after Vietnam, of the people crowding the planes, please just take my child, take my child, take my child.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the things,
and here we are again, history repeats itself.
It repeats itself. And one of the things that people have to realize is that, you know, at the end of the day, how is it blaming who's in office right now help you? Because think about it, when Bush was in office and 9/11 happened, and he made that speech at Ground Zero, and he said, this is not going to be a short war. Seems like people are forgetting that.
Of course they have.
They have forgotten it.
They don't hear sound bites.
He said, this is going to be a long war. And everybody was like, yeah, America, whatever, let's do this, America. America. And now that it has become a long war, became a long war, they were ready to go. And then when we're leaving, because those same people were like, we've been here forever. Bring our troops home, bring our troops home. Now we're bringing the troops home. What was it all for?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's true.
What? Look, I served over there. I served over there. There are other brothers and sisters who served over there in a worse capacity than I did. I served in Iraq. I flew over Afghanistan. I refueled planes over Afghanistan. I've been shot at in the air over Afghanistan. But here's the thing. I do it all again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you would.
As mad as I am, sorry, here.
That's your beard.
It's my
it's
beard.
That Norse god.
You know what I'm saying? But as mad as I am what's happening, if my country called me, I'd be right there all over again. All over again, because the shittiest part, the other shitty part about it is the majority of people who are bitching and complaining, if their country called, they're like, oh, I ain't doing that shit.
It is an elite few.
Yeah, no matter I ain't doing that shit.
No matter what branch,
it
is still an elite.
If your country called you, whether you were listening to us in China, whether you're listening to us in Russia, Japan, Brazil, Norway, freaking wherever else you're listening to us at, United Kingdom, Bahamas, all of those. If your country called you, could you say you would answer that call? Or would you sit here and complain about the fact that they're calling in the first place? Or would you pick up the phone? This ain't an attack on anybody that's listening, but this is truth. Because understand something. Anything that threatens your way of life is your responsibility to make sure
absolutely
that your loved ones can live and breathe to see another day.
And I think people forget that this is a working democracy, which is a theory still 200 and something years later. It is a theory. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
The fact is that we need to make sure it doesn't collapse, which if we keep this division up of Republican, Democrat, it's going to collapse.
Collapse.
And
we hope that it doesn't.
Oh God, I don't want it to.
It doesn't.
Talk about fighting for nothing.
But this is the truth.
But you thought you didn't. I think what people forget, as they're being an armchair quarterback watching all the news. I don't care if you watch Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I don't give a shit. The fact is, my husband didn't fight for a president.
I didn't.
He fought for a people of his country. He fought for the people of his country. I didn't
fight alongside. Because
you served under 3 presidents.
Right. I didn't fight alongside congressmen.
No.
I didn't fight alongside governors, mayors, or any other type of politicians.
You served under 4.
I don't know who was president when I came in 90. I came in 98.
It was Clinton. You got in under Clinton. You had Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Trump.
Yeah.
So he served under 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans.
Yeah.
It did not matter. He was serving the people of his country. And I really wish the rhetoric and the bullshit would stop. And that's my say on it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's an internal.
You don't know what's going on right now.
People want to pretend like they support our military. Our boys.
Clue.
What about our boys and girls over there, our women and men, our men and women over there? Okay. Tell me what they're feeling.
Because you don't know.
Tell me what they're feeling. Because I can tell you right now, some of us are feeling, we are feeling one or two ways. One, why did I lose all my brothers and sisters over there? What was the point of me losing all my brothers and sisters over there? That's the way some of our veterans are feeling. The ones that have contacted me and the ones that I've checked on is, why did I have to lose brothers and sisters? Why did I have to come back and have these conditions that I have? What was the point? I didn't join this military with PTSD, depression, or anxiety. I didn't do all that. So I got all these things. And now it's like, what the hell did I do it for? Why did I have to sit here and hide while I'm getting mortared? If this was always going to happen. And I'm speaking for every brother and sister who's been through it. Every brother and sister in arms that is with me, that has been shot at, that have been mortared, they've been shot at in the air, who's had to eject, who's been in enemy territory, who's been missing and been found, who's lost limbs, who literally I'm talking to the brothers and sisters that's living under that bridge right now, that think that nobody understands. So I have to say that there is that part. It's like, okay, so why did I have to go through all of this if this was going to happen? And everybody's like, yeah. Okay, yeah. Where was all that during Nam when they came back? So, but, I'm not going to turn this into a rant, but there's that other part of it that us veterans are like, well, thank God, because I don't want to have to lose any more of my brothers and sisters and all.
Sure.
I don't want to have to lose anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to see a person that's full of light go over there and come back and there is no more life in their eyes.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So look, this is not turned into, if you're still listening to us on this podcast, look, this is not meant to turn into, holy shit, I got to turn this shit off. There's too much derogatory. Why is it derogatory if it's real? If this is a shit that's happened, just because you ain't turning on the news, don't mean it ain't happening.
Well, and I hope that people are still with us, because you're hearing it from someone that isn't in the limelight. CNN's not calling him. Fox News is not calling him to ask his perspective of it. This is an everyday man.
Yeah.
As wonderful and big of a spirit as you are.
Yeah.
But
so
that's a perspective. It's also a perspective of what the caregiver, the many caregivers, the many children of veterans are going through right now. Daddy's not happy today. One of those things. Well, daddy has a reason not to be, because he is torn.
And I have to say this. I have to say this, and I apologize if I have made it to seem as it's just about the veterans, because the veteran, I talked to you about the veterans, the people who went through it. What about the people who are on the other end of that? Like you said, the caregivers, the children. Why is dad or mom not the same? Because it's not just men, it's men and women. Why is dad or mom not the same? Why is this week been so terrible for, I can't even talk to them? Why? So, you know, I'm not saying this week is only and 100% about the veteran. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's only about the caregiver or the children.
We just want that taken into consideration.
But we want it taken consideration while you on your soapbox on the Twitters and Facebooks.
Yeah, when you pop
like
off on
you
Facebook,
understand when you ain't even been affected by it.
Have care. I don't care if they served 4 years or 20 something years. Have care and respect level for the veterans, whether you agreed with this war or not, and whether you believe in our military or not. Show some respect. I know you were taught it. And I think it's been a hard week. And I think that's people need to fucking understand it.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
But so this topic was current events. That's clearly
that's number one.
That's number one.
But before that happened, I'm gonna sorry, I didn't
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Before that happened, unfortunately, Haiti happened.
That's honestly what I was about to say. I was like, look, that's not the only event that's happened in Iraq, Afghanistan.
I'm not seeing anything about Haiti. Now, I did right when it happened, but then Afghanistan happened literally within like 24 hours or something. And I know
Afghanistan happened, then Haiti happened, but Afghanistan took over. So many
people have lost their lives, and I'm so sorry for it. And I just think it's awful. And I'm not going to do the thoughts and prayers thing, but it's really scary what our world is going through right now and what we're doing on many opposite sides of the world and how it's affecting so many people just in America with their ties to countries.
Yeah.
Because we are a melting pot. And I've always been proud of that ever since I was a little girl. I could go anywhere and see anybody and see every culture. And I'm so sorry for people that are going through that.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Mother Nature's angry.
Yeah. Because I gotta say, this ain't the first time this has happened to Haiti.
No, it's not.
There's the first time is not too long ago. Not even 10 years ago.
You're right.
When Haiti was hit before.
Yeah.
Let's do a song called "We Are the World" by all the people who got added together, almost $1 billion. Talking about "We Are the World." Let's band together. What y'all doing?
Did they remake that for Haiti?
Yeah, "We Are the World." Yeah, all these. It had Lil Wayne in it. It had Jamie Foxx in it. It had Miley Cyrus. Yeah, here all these folks in it. Yeah, they remade it. "We Are the World." I'm gonna show it to you after this.
You better.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you.
You say "We Are the World" and I'm 1980 whatever.
They remade "We Are the World." It had Justin Bieber, T-Pain, Lil Wayne, Miley Cyrus, Jamie Foxx, Quincy Jones was still up there doing this thing the whole nine.
So what you're saying is it was heavy auto-tune. No wonder it didn't do well.
But here's the thing.
Sorry, Haiti. The best we had to offer was
T-Pain. We're not gonna tag you in this. Don't worry about it.
Auto-tune.
Yeah,
I like T-Pain.
We love T-Pain.
He is great without auto-tune. That man can sing.
He is amazing even without it. So for those who don't like T-Pain, you ain't listening.
You're not listening.
So you're not listening. So
look,
here's what we got to say on that. You know, Haiti, my thing was with that, they did the "We Are the World" remake, right?
Okay.
But I'm like, look, there's enough money in this video. I saved money by the people who are involved. Every single one of y'all can afford to give $1 million.
They really could.
Every single one of y'all in this video, but you band together. Let's do a video about "We Are the World." Bezos. Don't even get me started on that. Bezos, you got.
Can you stop playing with your rocket long enough to donate some money to some people?
Look, Jeffrey, whatever the hell your name is.
Just saying.
You
know what, Elon? You too, buddy.
All of you, at the end of the day, because let's face it, if you're not, here's the thing to our listeners, and I need you to check our YouTube. I promise you this is gonna happen. I'm tagging both of them motherfuckers in it. Y'all are billionaires.
And our TikTok.
Yeah, and our all that. Y'all are billionaires. Elon, look, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put it in plain English, because this needs to, when you edit this, put this in the damn TikTok. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Mark Cuban, every single one, what was it, Warren Buffett, Who I missed? Bill Gates. Am I missing somebody?
Oh yeah, Bill Gates.
If I'm missing somebody, look, I know I'm missing some
Zuckerberg.
folks. Zuckerberg, all of you. I'm giving 99% of my wealth away to charity. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Haiti is literally charity right now. What are you waiting on? You've been talking all that nonsense. Haiti needs you. The people of Afghanistan need you. Your own people in America need you.
We're in a world pandemic.
We are in
and people are suffering upon
people
suffering.
Are suffering.
And now people are suffering upon suffering.
They are suffering. But here you are. I'm going into space. What?
Well, yeah, because I bet they know something we don't,
going into
which
space.
is the world's getting ready to
explode.
So they're going to be fine.
Let me tell you something. Hey, we talking about current events. So these are current events. The current events is that billionaires have gotten richer off of our suffering. The last year has shown that. Has shown that. They chilling. Man, I don't even know who that was, but they put it was on Fox. Here's the thing, Fox News and CNN put it on their stuff. Where they said, hey, a billionaire tweets, hope everybody remaining safe while he on his yacht. He had to get away. He on his yacht in the middle of nowhere when pandemic was at its fiercest.
Yeah.
Went on a yacht and talking about y'all please be safe out there. Twitter destroyed him.
It's true.
Twitter straight up destroyed him. And I have to say straight up this. I have to straight up say this. The fact that billionaires put it in the public eye that I'm pledging to donate everything to charity. Bro, name the charity. Name how much. Name when it's going to happen. And show me the check made out to these folks. I don't do by hearsay. That's your voice. And you want to get to those out there, you want to get philosophical about it. I don't need, the public don't need to know that you're doing it. Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I don't need to know that you did it. But I know if you got hundreds of billions of dollars, while I pass by veterans on the street who busted their ass to make sure you got the freedom to make billions of dollars, that's a problem. While they sitting there with amputated legs and arms and sitting there asking for some change or a burger. And you want to brag, talking about I'm donating all my money to charity. No, you ain't. Obviously, you ain't.
That's why I love, okay. Excuse me. That's why I love, not to change the subject, but if we're talking about charities, there's a Secret Santa that has been in Kansas. I believe he's out of Kansas for years. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows who he actually is. Maybe they have by now. I don't know. Maybe the guy died. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to last Christmas really. But he would go around to the Salvation Army buckets and put in rare coins. And I'm talking coins worth thousands.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who he was. I love that. Create that magic. If you're going to give a whole lot of money, create the magic around it. Say it's from the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Like do something cool. Cause you know what? We're missing magic.
Yep.
We're missing the magic of life. All that wonder, all that those wonderful things that can happen that people only do for one day a fucking year. We can do that every day. And we can create magic for each other.
I'm going to put a challenge out there that should go viral on TikTok. It's called the Billionaire Challenge. All the billionaires listen. All the billionaires that are listening, all of you. I'm talking to Elon, the Bezos, the Trumps, the Gates, the Buffetts, and anybody else I miss.
Do it.
Zuckerbergs, all of you. I'm going to call it the Billionaire Challenge. Give some random person $1 million and see if they're going to give to other people. See if they're going to do what you wouldn't do. Have them sign something. Okay, here's $1 million. Matter of fact, here's 5 or 10 million. And I want to see what you're going to do with it. You got a year to change this world.
Brewster's million.
Bruce's million. Bruce's million that shit.
If you want to make a contest and condition it, fine, fucking do it. Mm-hmm. But you've got to start. You are in the perfect place to make a prime example of what giving is.
Truth.
And yes, I love exploration of space. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek, whatever. I love space. He was reminding me this of the other day. But
if you're
not helping the people on this rock that is floating at however many freaking, we are hurtling. We are already astronauts, dude.
Yeah.
We're already hurtling through space.
Absolutely.
Can you please help the people that are on this rock?
Look, we ain't got nothing against billionaires, and we understand, get your money, do what you're going to do. Oh, but the amount of money that you are putting in for exploration to another planet, rather than make the one that you
Hello,
have
1%.
better. Yeah.
It's the 1%
To all the 1%
challenge.
that you are literally, you're right, 1% challenge. To all the billionaires out there, let's talk about the 1% challenge. Look, folks, we gonna edit this, and my wife gonna edit this. We're gonna make it happen. The 1% challenge, meaning it's time for us as a people to show these people who are the 1%, they are billionaires, something 50 and 100 times over, that literally can give 1 billion a piece and end a lot of suffering for a lot of people.
And I'm going to say this too, along with current events, we've learned how much we've given to the Afghani people in the country. Rather, I'm not going to say the people, they never saw a dime of it, but for the last 20 years, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And yet our schools suck.
Yeah.
Our healthcare sucks. Our infrastructure sucks. And we all know it. And we all know it.
We saw something on Facebook the other day, and these are facts. I was shocked, but this is a fact. Somebody put on Facebook the other day, I didn't see fact checking this. Somebody put on Facebook the other day, my father divorced my mother. My father is, what was he? He was like 80 something years old.
They've been married 50
They've been married
years.
50 years. He divorced.
He just had a
He
divorce.
divorced his wife, not because he didn't love her.
They're still in love.
They're still in love.
They
He
still live
divorced her
together
because he knew that he was going to be dying soon. I think something like that.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to be dying soon.
And
before it happened,
they couldn't afford it.
He divorced her so she wouldn't have to take over his medical bills.
Free from debt.
She is free from debt when he passes away.
So she doesn't have to give up her house.
And I will not apologize what I'm about to say next. How fucking sad is that?
Oh, isn't it?
That is sad. As a country, that is sad. That is what it has to come to.
But that's so, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? People have to do that.
And we got to get off here because we've been on it. But look, these are your current events.
I have more current. Well, I mean,
go ahead with it. No,
come on with it. Because what I want to say though, and I'll say this. I'll end it with this. I was raised highly religious.
Join the club.
Yes, you were.
We in the same club.
Yes, we are. 10%. 10%. When I was a young woman, 19, 20, I saw a lecture. I went to a lecture at a college on a man that was a prominent stock market guy. And he said, I don't care what you do. I don't care what religion you are, but you must give 10% every month. I don't care if it's your church. I don't care if it's a homeless guy. I don't care if it's a charity, but you must be willing to give up 10%. And I was raised with people who had nothing. We were people that had nothing. We gave 10% every month. And I know your family did too. I know your mother still does.
Tithes and offering.
If we gave 10%, if we could give 10% to someone and bless them without care, without worry, without, you know what, I only got $10, but I'm going to give that $1. Don't complain about it. Don't videotape it. Just be good in the knowing. Because as I told one of our sons the other day, I was told as a young woman, again, if I were to die in 24 hours and meet God, how upset would I be about what I had just been worrying about for the last 24 hours? When you watch Haiti, when you watch Afghanistan, and you turn on the news and all you hear is Biden this, Trump that, Obama this,
Bush that.
Bush that. Does that matter? Does that matter? Or we're going up into space again in a month, first civilian. Cool, that's awesome. But does that matter when our world is dying of COVID and dying of earthquakes and dying of fires? The fires in California, my home.
These are current events.
Where I was raised. Come on, guys, you can give 10%. I'm sorry if you only make $800 a month, but you can give 10%.
Yeah.
And you can break that 10% up however you want it. If you got to do 5 this week and 5 the next. We've got to start giving back. We have missed the mark, and that's why people miss the old days. We don't miss the racism. We don't miss all the bullshit. We don't miss the misinformation. We miss the magic, and that's what the old days bring, our magic, and it's an innocence, and we've got to give that back by giving back. So that's my high horse.
There you go.
Welcome to Misty Soapbox. Vote for Misty.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, so that's gonna be that's gonna do it for us. That's gonna do it for us over here at DMWATS. You guys know you can find us at DMWATPodcast.com. Take a look at you guys if you're listening to us.
The service dog is alerting us both because we gotta go now.
Doge, AMC, and Sheba. We about every single one of them. Every single one of them. And last, but it's always you save the best for the last. Vote for Missy in the Fab Over 40 contest. We are gonna flash it once again. Looking at it, most likely.
20,
you guys know what it is. You guys know what it is. Vote for Missy in the Fab Over 40 contest. She's doing great, and the face that she is showing because our dog keeps jumping up and act like she.
And I have fibro, so everything hurts.
Yep. So, but you guys know what it is. DMWATSpodcast.com. So look, thank you guys for listening. That's been our take on current events. We're not sorry for the rants. That's what it is.
No.
If you listen to us, thanks. That's cool. But signing off for DMWATS podcast, I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And we are DMWATS. Y'all, please take it easy out there. Get out, dog.
Bye. I think she drew blood that
Did she scratch it? I feel like I'm gonna have to sit over there from now and dare to jump on me like